Alright, so I just started playing Albion online like a few days ago. And I'm pretty far along. And yeah, I'm just gonna pretty much go over like how I feel about the game. First, I'm just gonna go over some things about the game. One second, it's in town. Okay. So, pretty much how the game starts out is you start here. This is just like it's almost like a Path of the Exile like map, and it has like tiers that come off. And you start off and you get like usable rewards. So every time you do something, you get fame points. It's just like leveling. Instead of experience, you get fame. So the more like stuff you do, the more stuff that you can use, like these things here, and then it keeps going on and on. So then, for example, you start out as a fighter, and you can choose if you want a sword, bow, or staff. And whatever you choose then goes to a different tier. So if you choose a bow, you go to hunter, and then you get these different things. Like here's a quarterstaff, a dagger, a staff, nitro staff, journeyman's spear, a torch, and there's a bow. So I went with the sword, so I got crossbow, axe, hammer, mace, broadsword, and a shield. And it's pretty cool because like it goes even further in depth. So if you, whatever you chose then, so I went with axe, so you can then get axe, you can get a great axe two-handed, halberd, whatever that thing's called, a scythe, and then these axes kind of. And after, okay, then it just stays the same. But you like get more and more levels, and you can get stronger ones. Like there's different tiers. I forgot about that. The main thing is so you start out like let's see, you start out tier 1 or no, tier 2. I think you start out tier 1, then you start up, like in the tutorial you get the tier 1 gear, then you upgrade to tier 2, and then you go to tier 3. Let me see here, I'll show you. So this would be the tier 3 gear here. And then here would be like the start of tier 4. But there's like it's kind of confusing. You can like make like they call it 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, which is below the 5. It's kind of like this gear here. It's still tier 4, but it's a little like upgraded. But this isn't like the tier 4.1, I don't believe. I know it's not, but I don't know what that would be considered. And then you go to tier 5, but so there's a lot of gear. It's pretty cool. But the things I don't like about it is like there's a lot of grinding. So like you'll start out in I think I started here. I think you start in like different areas. Everyone starts in like different areas, but I started here. So you see how it says like 2 here? Then you go from 2 to 3, and then once you get your third gear, you can't craft any more like gear. You have to go to like a main city and use other people's like kind of like not houses, but like their stuff they set up, and they charge like tax. So I mean, it sounds cool, but like it kind of sucks because you have to spend like a lot of money. And there's like there's like no quests, so everything is just like you kind of just do like whatever you want. But at the same time, if you're not in like a guild and you're by yourself, like you can't. You're kind of like confused on like what even to do. So I'm tier 4.1. This is the 4.1 stuff. See how it's like has this 1 dot? It's a little stronger than the regular tier 4. And recently, like I was, so like you can go into these zones, these where they're red. The yellow ones and the blue ones are safe, but if you go into the red zones, this would be tier 5, I think. Yeah, 5. No, 6. You can die there, and if you go in, or you can get killed by other players there. So we were in a dungeon recently, and like one guy was like being a jerk, so that we kicked him, and all of a sudden like he got a party together, and we like came and killed us all. And like when you die, you lose everything that's in your inventory, and everything that you are holding, or wearing, or whatever. Even your like ox, or your horse, or whatever, like your mounts. So I mean, it's pretty like hardcore, honestly. Like it's a pretty like cool game, but at the same time, like for me right now, like I said, I'm tier 4.1, and this is how you find a party, or you can like look for one. The map is just like so big that like, say somebody from like way over here was like, hey, we need a party of 5, like you have to walk. Well, I think you can like teleport to the main city. I have not really done that, but like it said something about you having to stay there. I didn't want to try it because I was like, well, that kind of seems like it sucks. So like I'm kind of like a noob, like I just started, but like so far, like for example, I was with the group and we were here like doing stuff, and then the group that died, and then we went over here to the red zone, and we had to walk all the way over to here, and like that's a long ways. Like it doesn't seem like much, but like this is a walk to here, this is a walk through here, like this is a pretty far, so it's kind of like annoying. You have to like walk everywhere, and also like right now I don't even like I have to like find a party. Like there's only, okay, there's a gank right here, arena here, and looking for your healer right here. That's all there is. So like if you like, I have nothing to like literally do right now, so it's kind of just like boring. I mean like, well, I'm just sit here and look for a party, and then they have these like things here where you can like get to a group together, but these things like are absolutely horrible. Like the dungeons I was doing, I was getting like 1,000 fame per kill. So like another, like you want to like upgrade these because like see right here, like if you're a versa tier 5 creature, you take you do 45% increased damage. They're kind of like stupid, like these things here. So like the more, I mean, it's kind of like a fame checker in a way, or an experience checker if you want to call it like that. I forgot where I was going with that, but like, oh yeah, so I was getting like 1,000 fame per kill. In this portal here, and with these like stupid things, you only get like 100 fame per kill, and it's like really easy. And I just unlocked this, and it's like really stupid. So with this game, I feel like it has a lot of potential, and I know it gets better and it's cooler, but you really have to work hard. Like every time I just started playing this game, like I said, and you have to like really, it's like almost like you're working, which isn't really that cool. Like it's not very that fun. Like I worked really hard in like mining and stuff, and like really like a lot. Like for example, I can try and show you really quick. I know it's annoying, but wait. Okay, here it is. Oh no, this one. So every time I mine, one mine ore, I get like +9 fame. I have to reach 140,000. I'm only at 4,500. So like you have to mine so freaking much. And wait a second. Yeah, no, that's right. You have to mine so much just in order to like get this pickaxe, which lets you mine like higher things. And then you have to work on your crafting. Like just to do this, you have to like craft like stuff before it, and then like it's like a lot of work. And I sold some stuff, and it was like not even worth it because all the time I spent, and then all the money I had to spend to craft it at these like stupid shops that are other people's. Like they charge like a 44% tax, so like all the time I spent was like worthless, unless I like made like higher tier stuff. But like you'd have to spend so much time, like, which is kind of cool, but at the same time it's not, because it's not very fun just to like grind like that. So yeah, so my review for this game so far, I'm probably gonna keep playing, but it's slow, and if you don't really know what you're doing, it's like confusing. Like I said, there's no quests, there's no like real direction. You have to like ask a lot of questions. It kind of reminds me of World of Warcraft, like when you like first started playing, I guess, when it first came out. Like it does remind me of that in a lot of ways, but there's no quests. It's kind of strange, but I didn't really like quests anyway. So, but at the same time, if you don't have quests, you're like, okay, I'm just gonna go out into the world and kill random things. That and another thing too is like the bosses don't really like, they drop loot, but like I've never really gotten like anything off of like doing like bosses like so far. Like yeah, I'll show you my bank really quick. A lot of people. So recently when I was doing those dungeons, like these things were dropping, and it helps you to like make higher tier gear from crafting, or get runes to like make you can sell them and stuff and make weapons. But see, we were doing bosses, and a boss would give me like one of these things, and you need like 50 of them to like make one thing. So I have to kill 50 bosses in order to get one thing. Like, you know, if you're playing World of Warcraft or something, you know, you're almost like, I mean, stuff does, it's kind of like World of Warcraft, honestly, but it just seems like a lot of grinding. Like, it's not like Path of the Exile where like you kill something and you're getting drops all the time. It's not like that. It's, you kill a boss and you might get drops, and you might get these, which you have to like then collect. It's not like you're getting like geared up. All the gear is like pretty much bought. So yeah, that's my review of the game so far. If you guys have any other suggestions for some games that I can play and try out and review, go ahead and leave a comment. And thanks for watching, guys. I will see you later.